Welcome to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Purdue's offense will take the first swing of the game. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Powers through the defender and runs through another guy.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Smashes through.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Pulls it in. It's McCoby. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the tackle.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A strike downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Purdue! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas Longhorns offense has its first opportunity of the day. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, And a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away. It's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy. He's going to make it interesting back there.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there on the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards. Touchdown, Longhorn! The defense takes matters into their own hands. And the point after is good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can anyone catch him? Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. West Virginia sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Morgantown. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Pulls and fires complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And some room to work. He's off to the races. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you
Fires into traffic, intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you've got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the fifth.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Fires into the end zone. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
He's got it. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page and getting some positive plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You could probably question question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
And the Longhorns get it past the sticks. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Quarterback checking off. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got a goal on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. Working on the right. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, and tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a deep man. And he's got it inside the 20. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
The Boilermakers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Handoff to the single back. At the 35, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Used the play fake, now to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away passing.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And the Boilermakers are marching down the field. He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. On the ground with the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And it looks as if they're going to try field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is perfect. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right now.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Quick catch on 3rd down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Wide open downfield. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Purdue. They take the lead with the 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion from the offense. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody with speed taking that handoff.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide out in motion. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left to make third down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss him to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Here's the handoff. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
A 3rd and long coming up here. These corners going to give them some space. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The offense has a chance, down one possession in the fourth. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Crosses the 45. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they did.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. It's complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. Fakes his man out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way. Maybe.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! They take the lead here in overtime.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. The give to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And he puts through the extra point. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. They'll run the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on second down. Almost had the huge interception. Change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at third down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. Now adjusting. Fires downfield. And they fail to hook up on third down. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. And that is no good. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime. They'll give it to the back. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too.